Hollywood is full to the brim with celebs beloved for their commanding on-screen presence. Most franchises rely on big names for their campaigns, but there's a different type of performing artists that constitute the bread and butter of the film industry. They are the quieter types, the consummate professionals with years of experience behind them. They rarely make headlines, but they are top-notch and instantly recognizable because they have the ability to inhabit their characters, even better than many leading colleagues do. Case in point, the popularity of the James Bond saga has always relied on the good looks and star power of the titular character. Over the course of 60 years, we have loyally followed the Sean Connery, Roger Moore, and Pierce Brosnan eras, and finally, Daniel Craig's renovation of Special Agent 007. But Bond is not the only reliable character in the MI6 epic. The series would not be the same without the stern head of the Secret Intelligence Service, M. The role has been given to renowned dramatic actors such as Bernard Lee, the unforgettable Dame Judi Dench, and of course, Ralph Fiennes. The English actor, who inherited the role in 2012, is indeed well suited to play one of the most iconic British film parts ever. He is a BAFTA and Tony Award winner, and he's been nominated for the Oscars and Golden Globes more times than we can count. Fiennes has also been gracing our screens for over 30 years, also standing out in Schindler's List, The English Patient, or as Harry Potter's Lord Voldemort. But what makes him tick off-screen? Keep watching to find out 6 things you probably didn't know about Ralph Fiennes. Oh, and remember, if you like what we do, don't forget to click on the like and subscribe buttons. While you're at it, remember to hit the bell icon as well. You'll get a notification every time there's a new video available on our channel. We are constantly updating the channel with news and fun facts on your favorite film and TV celebrities, so there's no better way to stay ahead of the curve than to subscribe. Number 6. He is related to the Prince of Wales, and his family makes a whole film franchise. Fiennes' full name is Ralph Nathaniel Twistleton Wycombe Fiennes. Our apologies if we didn't nail it on the first try, but we're sure you won't blame us. As you can infer from such a regal-sounding title, Fiennes comes from blue-blooded ancestors. He's actually related to the royal family, as an 8th cousin of the Prince of Wales himself. He's also the 3rd cousin, once removed, of explorer Sir Ranulph Fiennes, the first person who crossed Antarctica on foot. But we all have cool cousins, right? Don't worry, Fiennes' 5 siblings are also the biggest host of very talented people you've probably seen or heard of. Best known of all is actor Joseph Fiennes, his younger brother who became famous for portraying William Shakespeare in Shakespeare in Love, and his sisters Martha and Sophie are also filmmakers. There's yet another Fiennes relative you've probably seen, even if you didn't know that he was related to Ralph. His nephew, Hero Fiennes Tiffin, played none other than Tom Riddle, aka young Voldemort, in Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. That's enough talent in one family to make a whole film franchise. Number 5. He had a tough childhood, no Christmas presents, and 14 moves in 14 years. Despite the illustrious surname, the Fiennes family struggled to make ends meet when Ralph, born in Ipswich in December 1962, was young. His mother, Ginny, was a novelist and painter who died of breast cancer at 55 in 1993. And his father, Mark, was a farmer who became a photographer. They moved a total of 14 times in 14 years and lived all over the UK and in Ireland as well. Ralph got used to continuous changes, and he has said that it prepared him for the nomadic lifestyle of an actor. In any case, his childhood was plagued by financial insecurities. Fiennes confessed that he still remembers his parents telling him that there would be no Christmas presents. Also, although there was always something to eat, it often was little more than packets of soup and mashed potatoes. Nevertheless, family love and understanding were never missing in the household. His parents supported and encouraged all his creative interests, and it was Ralph's mom that introduced him to William Shakespeare and instilled a love for the theater in him. Meanwhile, his dad trained him in painting and decorating. It's clear they must have done something right despite the setbacks, because Fiennes has made an entire career out of his creative talents. Number 4. His hardest role was, surprise surprise, opposite J-Lo, not much grit. Fiennes' professional CV has been full of iconic, memorable, evil, and villainous roles, and a lot of them have been very demanding. However, according to the actor, the most challenging role he has ever played was the part of a young Republican senator in the Jennifer Lopez rom-com vehicle Made in Manhattan. We know, we were really surprised to find it out too. Years after the movie was released in 2002, he recalled thinking that the part of a Cary Grant-type gentleman was not his strong suit. He quickly realized that, in his own words, Prince Charming role didn't have much grit. He even laughed out loud when he read a review saying that he came across as a serial killer. There was another challenge that made the experience more difficult: successfully imitating an American intonation. Although we've gotten used to British actors pulling off an American accent, it seems Fiennes is not that good at it. Despite working with several dialogue coaches, he has confessed that he doesn't know whether he'll be fully confident playing an American character. Well, we don't mind. We're jealous of his British accent anyway. Number 3. He was considered to play James Bond before M, but his thoughts halted him. Ralph Fiennes seems like the perfect choice for the role of M in James Bond, especially after Dame Judi Dench's memorable turn as the head of the MI6. That made it much more surprising to find out that a couple of decades ago, he could have become 007 himself. Apparently, before Pierce Brosnan took on the most glamorous role in British film, Ralph was in talks with the producer of the franchise. It helped that he loved Ian Fleming's books, and he had a specific picture of himself playing Bond as a gritty film noir type spy. However, he wasn't sure he would be good at it, so he decided he wasn't ready to commit. Years later, Fiennes admitted that he would have made a terrible 007, and he thinks Daniel Craig is brilliant. We can't disagree with that, although we would love to have seen what Ralph did with the character. Number 2. He nearly turned down his role as Lord Voldemort. His nephews changed the plot. Speaking of missed opportunities, Fiennes came very close to making a big mistake by not playing Lord Voldemort in the Harry Potter series. He was approached by the producers of the 4th installment, Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. The movie would mark the first time Lord Voldemort appeared physically, but Fiennes had no idea what the story was about. He hadn't read any of the books, nor seen the films. He thought the movie was a kid's project that wasn't suited to his talents, so he resisted the offers. Thankfully, having such a large family can be helpful when it comes to making decisions. 3 of his nephews heard about the offer and went crazy about their uncle playing the ultimate villain in the movie. As you already know, he changed his mind, and his career became even more successful than before. We really hope those kids get amazing Christmas presents every year for their contribution to his career. Number 1. He was involved in a sex scandal instigated by an indebted flight attendant. You probably don't remember, but Fiennes was all over the tabloids back in 2007. During a flight to India, he was caught inside a plane lavatory with an airline attendant. According to the magazines, the stewardess and the actor exchanged a few words, got inside the toilet, and took a long while to get out of it, if you know what I mean. When the plane landed, they both shared Fiennes' hotel room. The attendant, who had apparently worked as a high-class prostitute before, gave a very explicit account of the sexual incident to the press, suggesting that Fiennes had forced himself on her. As it was later revealed, she was in debt at the time and took advantage of his fame to gain some money from the exclusive. Luckily for Ralph, she later confessed that she had instigated the encounter, and Fiennes salvaged his reputation. We're happy for him, but still, that wasn't a behavior we'd expect from the head of Her Majesty's Secret Service. Well, that's our video about Lord Voldemort himself, MI6 leader and actor extraordinaire Ralph Fiennes. Now it's your turn. Have your say. Go ahead and leave a comment in the section below. While you're at it, remember to click on the like and subscribe buttons to show your support. Don't forget to hit the bell icon too. You'll get a notification every time there's new content available. Thanks for watching, and see you really soon.